In this video, I would like to share and show you how R+SCRATCH works. So R+SCRATCH works, of course, only on Windows PC. And when you install and run it, it's this little window come up. And right now, R+SCRATCH works with 3 types of controller. The Car and OpenSim, that only works for in Korea. The one we're working on with the CM50 with the Play 700. And this Scratch program worked together with something called Scratch2, the tool from MIT, and which I will come up shortly. But I want to show you a very important effect of this Scratch tool on a task program. So right now is I have this task program. Essentially, it's just going through different melody on a task on the CM50 controller. I already downloaded the code, and I'm going to turn it on. So you can see, so right now, all it's going through all its pretty much 25 melody and just make lots of noise over here. You can hear it too. Okay. Now this Bluetooth here is in contact with the PC right now to COM4. Remember, so it's COM4 here, but R+SCRATCH is not connected yet. And you notice as soon as I put on connect, it turn off task code on the controller, and when I disconnect it, it's not running again. So it disabled the task component of the controller. That's what I'm trying to show you here. So see, it did it again. So I did that. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to remember is whenever you connect to R+SCRATCH, whatever task program you have on it is completely disabled. That means you cannot use a task program in conjunction with R+SCRATCH. Okay, that's a key idea I want to show you. And then let's say you are new at Scratch or Scratch with robotic systems. So let's say you open Scratch. They give you 3 little software through piece of a program. Example, Scratch2 code. So let's see, we choose this, and then it's called Play 700 IR sensor. So we'll just save it, or you just choose whatever a folder you have on your PC to do it. Mine happened to be this one. That's fine. The name exists override. Yeah, I already worked on it, so it's that. So this will come up. So this is if some of you used Scratch before, this is a Scratch2 offline editor. And you can see how it come up. So the piece of code is over here. You can straight out a bit to see. So if you're using block programming, you're probably familiar with it. In the more block, that's a special code that is made for CM50 version 01. Okay, so we'll get more into the book on how to create all this code. I just want to show you that. But let's suppose you want to create a new Scratch from brand new. So you click on New Scratch, and no name is fine. So we'll come up again. And by default, it loaded up the special extension here already for you. But in case somehow, if you use it very first time, this special set of blocks may not be there. In that case, and then you have to push down the Shift key on the keyboard and click on File, Import External HTTP Extension. And then what it does is it takes quite a bit of finding for it. So you go to first program file x86, you go to Robotus, you go to Robust Plus 2.0, you go to R+SCRATCH, you go to R+SCRATCH Data, you go to R+SCRATCH again, you go to Resources, you go to Help, and unless you speak Korean, we don't need that, so we go to the English, EN, and then CM50 is the controller that we have, so we open it. And what it does, this create this more block, basically special block, special block that's for us we can use. So like for example, here is connected here. Let me put this out of the way. And then the nice thing about it, and then this one is very interactive, so you click on it. So play law for 1 second. Play law for 5 seconds. Example. So let's see, let's boot the blue LED on. You click on it. Here we go, the blue LED came on. Okay, so you can see that it's very interactive programming. It's way different from the task program where you had to create and you had to make sure all the logic is okay. You had to compile it, you had to download it to make it work. So many beginners, programmer and robotic people like to use Scratch also. Like for example, you want a year, and let me expand it out a bit more here so you can see. Turn clockwise, port 1, so it's going to be this one here, going to turn clockwise. You just click on it. Here we go. It turn clockwise. Click it again. They turn clockwise. Okay. And then, let's turn it off. Put in 0. Click it again and stop. Okay, so all very interactive. Each command will in Scratch 2 work on its own. And remember, see here, the LED I turned on is still on. So let's see if I disconnect. Okay, let me bring this one in. So Scratch in here. Let me see this if I disconnect, will all these things turn themselves off or not. Nope, it still stay on like last time until you turn everything off here. All right. So that's good enough for this one.